Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Trevis, with PlayerProps.ai, and here's what we're locking in today. Now, yesterday did not go as planned. For anybody that watched yesterday's episode, the plays we found using PlayerProps.ai, both. Well, I guess technically Ezzy didn't hook, and so I've said hook in a handful of videos, and I realize that I haven't explained what that means for people who aren't too familiar with the player prop space. But hook is when a player prop misses by zero point 0.5. So the books, these prop apps, they always have zero point 0.5 to make sure that a player has to go over and under. It kind of removes the opportunity for you to push, and push again means that if you get it on the exact line, so if you say, I don't know, let's say Luka's going to get 30 points exactly, and he has a 30-point line. If he gets 30 points on a 30-point line, that's a push. That means the bet never existed. It just kind of cancels the bet out. You don't lose any money, of course, but it just it's a wash, or what we call a push. Now, the hook is if you were to bet that Luka would get under 30.5 points, and let's say he gets 31, so he's off by 0.5 of the direction you wanted him to go, then that's a hook. So we had an under 4.5 rebounds prop, and even though she only got one rebound in the entire second half, as a starter no less, she hooked us. She got 5 rebounds on an under 4.5 line. So that's what a hook is. And then Ezzy, our cover girl, I believe we had over 22.5 points in rebounds. She was crushing the boards early on. She had, I think, 7 or 8, maybe even 9 rebounds in the first half. Something crazy. But she had like 2, I think 4 points, maybe, I don't know, something ridiculous. She was like 1 for 7 or 1 for 6 on shooting early on. And then by the time the game was over, I think she finished with 21 points in rebounds. So we just needed her to make one more basket. She made one more basket, one more 2-point shot, then she would have had the 23 points, and she would have hit. But of course, she was bricking everything, even though she was getting the rebounds. So again, this week's not off to a great start, but no less, we're continuously doing the show and teaching you how to use this tool. If you played both of those plays without watching this episode, then you are using the WNBA tools on PlayerProps.ai correctly, because that's how I interpreted the data and what I picked. We only have one game today. There's one NBA game, there's one WNBA game, and there's a whole lot of MLB. We're going to start looking at WNBA, see if we see anything sexy on there. And if not, we can take a glance at NBA. And if not anything there, we can go to MLB. As I always mention, you don't want to force anything. So if you're like, I'm going to make a WNBA slip today, if you're looking at the stuff, you're like, there's no real edges today in this game, then don't force it. Either look at another sport or don't bet. You don't have to bet every single day. But let's see what we can find here today. If you have not done the bare minimum yet, if you are new to this channel, welcome. Do the bare minimum to prove to the sports betting world and yourself, most importantly, that you actually do want to lose less of your slips and you want to win more of them, because that's free to do. The bare minimum, of course, is subscribing to this YouTube channel, clicking the bell notification icon, clicking the thumbs up as well on this video. When you click the bell notification icon, every time I drop a video, it says, hey, PlayerProps.ai has a new video, so you can catch it before anybody else does, which is huge when it comes to sports betting, because you can get the lines in before they move. I mean, we got 150,000 people in our Facebook group alone that, you know, if they see this video and they lock it in, if a lot of them lock in the same prop on the same book, then yeah, by the time you watch it 3 hours later, there's a good chance the lines will be different, because lines move with a lot of action on a certain direction. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification icon. Number 2 is create a free PlayerProps.ai account. I can't fathom anybody that's seen at least one of these videos and has yet to create their free PlayerProps.ai account, because if that's the case, you definitely don't want to win more of your bets, because it's literally a free account you create, and I've shown you how awesome it is. And then the third thing, of course, is after you create your free account, you click Discord on the top of the menu, or bottom if you're on your mobile device. Join the Discord and also sync your account. There is far too many of you who are joining the Discord and not syncing your account, and you're like, where are all the channels at? I mean, I had to do a bottom line ticker on this gosh dang show now, because a lot of you aren't listening. You don't just join the Discord. You have to sync your PlayerProps.ai account to your Discord account, and that is what opens the channels. So if you're sitting there like, I can't see anything, well, that is why. Sync your gosh dang account. Let's see what we can find here today. All right. So right off the bat, so I think was it yesterday's show or the day before that? The top three plays were all single digit props, which is what we avoid on NBA and WNBA. Personally, not we avoid. I avoid. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not. I don't control you or your betting strategies. But for me personally, I don't like single digit props. But it looks like all of these are double digits, so that's good. That's a good start. Kennedy Carter up here at the top. She's got a nice odds implied odds here of 55.56% chance of hitting. So if you're new here, this is what the sportsbooks tell you, but this is what the sportsbooks mean. When they give you this number, it means that the bet has a 55.56% chance of hitting. The percentage difference between what the line is and what the AI is saying is 28%. And then, of course, we see some sexy green here, 80% last 5, 70% last 10. All right, so she went off this game here. Her last game against Atlanta, she only had 4 points, which is not a number I like seeing here. But she did hit this 5 straight before that. She hooked here. So including the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of her last 9 games, she's gotten at least 11 points. She's averaged, and then over her last 10 games, she's averaged 12.5 points. So she's averaged a full point, 1.0 higher than her current line. But why does she only have 4 against Atlanta is the question. Was it foul trouble? Was she injured? These are important things to consider. Now, she is versing the Sun, who is 10-1 on the season and 6.5 favorites. So they are an underdog. The Atlanta Dream wasn't a massive blowout. They only lost by 9 points. So I want to see exactly what it was for her, Carter. She played 15 minutes off the bench. She went 1 for 5. Okay. So let's go back to this one game against when she versed the Mystics. Yeah, I mean she versed the so she comes off the bench, but I mean against the Mystics when you saw that crazy green spike, she had 27 minutes. She went 10 for 10 and scored 25 points. So she led the entire team off the bench for 27 minutes and 25 points. I'm going to go back one more as well. So I don't really like targeting players that come off the bench unless, of course, they're getting starter minutes off the bench like that. Yeah, in the game before that, she got 26 points. So why in the heck? We got to figure out why in the last game. So coming off the bench isn't anything new to her. But why did she only get 15 points with 1 for 4? She only had one foul. And nobody was crazy cooking. I mean, the guards, we have the Shields went 2 for 6. Mabry went 4 for 12. Evans went 5 for 8. So it's not like anybody was going crazy on that. And they also lost that game as well. See, I know we played Brianna Jones recently, and she didn't hit, so I'm definitely not going that round. So let me see if I can find let's see if I can find a combo with Kennedy in it. So even though she's up top here, so there's nobody that's got a good difference. 6.7% isn't enough to worry about this, so don't even worry about assists today. It's not enough anything there. I don't hate the 18%. She had 28 points and rebounds in her last game against the Fever. She hooked against the Liberty. Didn't do well against Washington. She's averaged 17.10 points per rebound, so her average is higher than her line. Not enough there. Dejanay Carrington. Is she up top at points? Yeah, she's number 4 on points. It's so interesting. So the sports books are saying she's going to go under on points because they're giving her a plus 102 on the over. which is what you see here. And her underline is minus 132. So Sportsbook thinks she's going to go under points. So we're not. So even though she had a nice minus 128 on the points and rebounds, if the Sportsbook's saying, yeah, I mean, she'll get points and rebounds, but she's not going to get points or rebounds. So they favored the under rebounds. They favored the under points, but they're favoring the over points and rebounds. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a trap. That's why if you're looking at the combo stats, look at the individual ones. You're like, oh, I want to play this person, points, rebounds, and assists, PRA. For NBA, WNBA, doesn't matter. Look at their individual projections of what the sportsbooks, look at the AI projections, but also look at the sportsbooks are saying. If for whatever reason the sportsbooks are favoring the under on the individual stats, why the heck are you going over PRA? Because that just, I mean, if the sportsbooks are saying, hey, they're most likely going to underperform, and then they're saying, oh, they'll get over the PRA, that's a trap. We don't like traps here. Wait, so it says, oh, it doesn't say over. Oh, who was I thinking about? Oh, it's a slight, it's minus 112 over, minus 118 under. So it's still technically semi-favored on the over, or on the under, I mean. But her points, though, is not. So do we just focus on rebounds then? That's the question. Bonner's are also down here with a nice 17%. Let's see if we can figure out why she had 3 against Indiana. The Connecticut Sun, first thing the Fever, they won by 17. So it could have been the blowout of her not getting. Let's see what minutes Bonner got. Oh, friggin' Alyssa Thomas, holy crap, had 18 rebounds in this game. That's why she went under, because freaking Alyssa Thomas got all of the boards. Holy crap, holy. We're going to count that as a fluke situation. I don't think Alyssa Thomas is going to be getting 18, almost half of the entire team's rebounds. And I'm going to go back one more game for the Connecticut to see what the splits were here. See, Alyssa Thomas got 12. Alyssa Thomas has been getting boards, but Bonner also got 8 against the Liberty. So Alyssa Thomas is getting, she's had back-to-back games of double-digit rebounds. She not 9.5 with a 58.33% implied chance here. Yeah, look at this. She's gone bananas. $18 in her last game. Do you think she gets at least 10 here? Well, I mean, the projection's barely over, but the sportsbooks are definitely saying that they're siding because they're giving out, what is it, plus 106 for the under, minus 140 for the over. Yeah, if you didn't know that, that's this little toggle here. If you want to see this, all this does is it changes the line, so it shows you what the under is, and it shows you what the implied chance is. So it says she's got a 48% chance of going under and a 58% chance of going over. We just going to do 2 rebounds today? Is that what's going to happen here? I'm intrigued. Oh, I realized my bottom bar, you can't see Alyssa Thomas. There you go. Okay. We have Carrington, Bonner, and Thomas. What's the line on this game again? I say it was 6.5 in favor of the Sun. Yeah. Oh, something else I just realized is that the top 4 rebound percentage difference players that you see on the screen right now, they're all on the same team. So that tells me that Chicago Sky is going to get under rebounds, but I don't want to necessarily target anybody in Chicago Sky getting under rebounds because they would pop up top if the AI liked them. But let's do... Do you want to do all 3 of them? You know what? Screw it. We're going to do 3. When I say 3, ladies and gentlemen, I don't say put these 3 in a parlay and call it a day. These plays should be single bets. So if we're doing 3 of them and 2 of them hit, then you make profit. So don't complain if you do a parlay and one of them miss. But that's what we're going to do. Let's go 3 today. Carrington, Bonner, skipping Jones, Carrington, so Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, and Alyssa Thomas. I'm getting really good at saying these names, by the way. I know that Alyssa Thomas's percentage difference isn't sexy, but her implied chance is higher than anybody else that you can see on the screen right now. Camila Cardosa is going to be playing, but her line's only 5.5. That's why I'm not going to touch rebounds on Chicago Sky women yet, because Cardosa's eventually going to get more and more playing time, and she's going to get more and more boards. But I feel like Alyssa Thomas is going to bite me in the butt. Every time we play her, she bites me in the butt, which is why we don't do her assist anymore. But Chicago has big women. In terms of, when I say big, I mean tall. Like Angel Reese is a tall glass cleaner. Camila Cardosa is a beast. She's 6'7". Yeah, okay. I'm just going to do 3. We'll see what happens. Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas. Carrington over 4.5 rebounds, DeWanna Bonner over 5.5 rebounds, and Alyssa Thomas over 9.5 rebounds. I think that's what we're rocking here today. Hopefully there's a lot of bricks in this game, a lot of offensive boards and defensive boards. That's what we're hoping for. Good old brick game. But yeah, so if you made it this far, congratulations. Those are the three plays we're doing. And also, if you have not seen the video yet of how you can get premium access to every sport for every stat, full premium access without spending a single penny, there's a video link right at the top right now of this channel, or of the video. You click on that, and that's the video explaining exactly how easy it is and how you go about getting free premium access forever. It's pretty simple. But lock these in, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.